You said the real gold diggers are men that want a girl to be feminine and go 50-50. It only serves the man that's... And then there's a blank.
Yeah, so I feel like this whole talk about girls being 50-50 with a man, I think in that situation, like the real gold digger is a man, because they're still going to want a woman to cook and clean and be soft and be feminine and be their sex horse or whatever, and also do like the masculine part, which is providing, which is working. So at that point, like, it's only serving the man, because they're just having someone come in and help with 50% of their job and also get all the benefits of that.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So you're also saying that women decide if they want to be feminine or not for a man.
I feel like a woman can do her absolute hardest to be feminine, but it really depends on if that man is actually lightening her load and if he's actually making her life easier and allowing her to do less thinking and more, like, less performative tasks like work, and
be the masculine.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
she can, I see.
And be more in her flow and creative.
By the way, I just want to say the questionnaire is going to be very interesting tonight. Okay, so the men who want 50-50 are gold diggers. I understand that women probably don't like that. I don't know if that makes them gold diggers, but
men call women a gold digger all the times.
Yeah.
well, I guess you could call a guy, maybe, I don't know if you could even call him a bum under these circumstances, but I mean, tell you what, here, I want to challenge. So I'm just going to go ahead and agree with you. If you want a woman to be feminine, then you shouldn't go 50-50 with her, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But you do sex work, right?
I do photos that I've...
You have an OnlyFans.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's necessarily like sex work.
You sure? All right, hold on. You sure?
Yes.
What do you do on OnlyFans?
The photos that I would take on Instagram prior, when I lived in Hawaii.
Is there nudity?
Not really. I have like 3 photos that like might be fully nude. But I know. That's why I've been off and on with it, because it's not, I don't get much traction, I guess, with it, because it's not something that I have passion to do in that way.
Well, let me read the description of one of your OnlyFans accounts. You say, the perfect online girlfriend you've been dreaming of, here to be your everything, devilish emoji, ready to make you throb. What is that one again?
My agency wrote that, but yeah.
So, what is that? It's grapefruit? No. What is that? Eggplant. Oh my God. Fucking cooked. And keep you smiling, DM me, let's get close. You, in your OF description, you want to make a man's penis throb. Bro, you ain't like... You
gotta make money off.
50-50.
You have to make money
50-50.
off of what has the most money. And right now, men have the most money, and their gaze and their desire for...
Gaze?
Their
gaze,
gaze.
the male gaze. Wait, but do you think this is any way commensurate with like a more traditional relationship dynamic? Like, you want a guy to be all traditional, protect you, provide, and you're literally making random dudes on the internet bust in their pants? Like, what?
That's happened without even trying before, so...
But that's not a traditional woman does not have naked photos of herself on the internet. She's not writing that she's trying to make some other dudes, whether, I don't care if it's for money, I don't care if you have no interest in them. If you're writing, I'm trying to make you bust a nut, that's not a traditional woman. Enjoy your 50-50.
Well, I didn't write it, but yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's on your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I have a gripe with this conditional submission femininity. When you're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Regardless of if the relationship is 50-50 or not.
Yeah.
Don't you want the relationship to work if you're in it?
Yes.
Okay, so in what practical sense am I buying submission? I don't believe that submission is something that's bought. I believe when a woman likes a man, she's submissive to him regardless, because that's what it takes to make the relationship work.
What do you mean by buy?
You just said we want women to be submissive and please us and do X, Y, Z, but we don't provide in totality, 100%. If we going 50-50, does it ever occur that maybe the woman is in on going 50-50? Like, that's the standard. That's standard for most relationships today.
Yeah.
That doesn't diminish her desire to submit to her man, because the desire doesn't come from the fact that he's paying all the bills. It comes from the fact that she likes him and she respects him and she wants the relationship to work, because if she's not submissive, they're going to have hella conflict and they're going to call it off.
Well, it's not for me, but good luck to those that do that.
But I'm saying, because you brought it up and you made it basically, I am paying 100% of the bills for you to be submissive.
It's not to be submissive. I'm saying it naturally will incline a woman to be softer when she doesn't have to worry about X, Y, and Z.
I think a woman liking you inclines her to be softer.
What do you mean?
Like, if a woman likes me,
Yeah.
she's going to be soft because she likes me. She wants the relationship to work.
True.
I'm
yeah,
not paying
of
for that.
course.
I would never pay for a woman to be submissive to me, because that just indicates that she doesn't genuinely like me.
If
No,
you go out with your
yeah.
girlfriend, do you pay for the bill?
Do I pay for the bills? Yeah, sometimes.
That's
but sometimes,
paying.
but
That's
but she also has paid for certain things. Like, she has taken me out on dates.
That's okay. Most women do. All of
But
us do.
that's what I'm saying. That doesn't lessen the degree of submission or respect that she has for me. She still tells me I'm him. I'm the best thing in the world.
It's actually a really good point.
You can't
just
go
made,
50-50
Q. That was
on
re-
having a
about,
baby.
Even if it is 50-50, what kind of relationship dynamic do you still want anyways?
Right.
So
Well, you can't
would
go
you even go
50-50
further
on a
than
baby.
that and say, even if she is some like super successful breadwinner woman who's completely like out earning him massively, even then she should still be submissive?
She
right?
should still be submissive, because what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for if you're not going to be submissive? Even like Brian just said, in his case, you with a woman, she pays 100% of the bills. What the fuck are you doing with the guy if you don't like him and you ain't gonna be submissive? What's the point of being in a relationship with him?
No, you should definitely like who you're with. It's not about being bought. It's about, for me personally, I can't see a man as masculine if he doesn't naturally want to provide and like take care of me.
But does that mean he doesn't want to, or he just can't? Because things can change. We can be in a relationship and have to go 50-50 because
well, I don't want to
I'm
be Bob the Builder.
Well, you don't have to be Bob the
Yeah,
Builder.
that's
He's
someone
Bob the
else's
Builder
job.
himself.
Yeah. I don't want to have to like build a man and wait for him. Like, I don't want to be the stepping stone and then eventually he'll leave me because I was the building girl. I was the one that he used to like help him create himself, used my energy, used me, like took my feminine from me. And then when he's built himself, oh, I'm going to go pick the 25-year-old or the 19-year-old
Okay.
or
Wait,
whatever.
but you ended it with, didn't you end it with the guy you were dating who's the father of your kid?
Yeah.
So he didn't leave you.
No.
You left him.
Yes.
What you leaving for?
He wasn't masculine for me.
So if a guy comes in and he gets with you and he pays everything, you gonna do everything that he said?
It also depends on other factors, like money. I think that should be a bare minimum. Like, to me, that's bare minimum. But
So if a man, though, like, because you're hitting on, my father was unemployed when he met my mother. He was 23.
When they
but
met?
When they met.
Yeah.
He was 23, she was 30. But he knew his vision. He was focused. And my mom trusted that.
yeah.
And they're still together. And she said, and he built.
And
That's why I
was-
said
And
he's
that was
Bob the Builder
forever
himself.
ago,
She didn't
and
expect.
Divorce rates are completely different. And I think back then, like, it was so different. Like, even my family's like that. My friends' families are, like, still together. Like,
Different values.
yeah, it's different values. And women were appreciated for standing by a man no matter
Well, they
what.
fought. No, they had tough times.
I'm saying in general, like, they
Yeah.
were appreciated.
But they were based
Men were
more on.
appreciated. It's the total reverse.
The men provided
were
them.
appreciated. There's a complete lack of respect and appreciation from women towards men.
Yeah. My dad just appreciated that he created a family. That was enough for him.
Wait, a couple questions though. You said that your ex, you guys were not married, right?
No, yeah.
But
No.
you were together for 10 years, father of your kid. Besides him just not being masculine, was there anything else, or was that just it?
It got physical at one point, yeah.
Oh yeah, how many times did you beat him?
How many times did I beat him? No, I didn't.
You were the initiator?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, could you give like examples of him not being masculine, like specific
Yeah,
ones?
examples would be that at that time, like I was also providing. At that time, I was bearing a child and also like working and like making all of the shots, managing the money, managing the home, managing the meals, the food, the etc. So doing like 90% of the work, and then there just was no polarity.
Yeah,
like
you
it
had
was like
all
he was my
responsibilities.
friend or my roommate
understand
or
that, yeah.
whatever. Yeah. And then on top of that, the trauma was like, no thanks.
Yeah, you cannot burn out
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
at the end.
Were you expressing to him how you felt about that, or were you just going along with it?
About what?
When you started to notice the unbalance,
Like before the breakup, where you're like,
Bef-
hey, could you put in a little more effort?
Were you
on
communicating?
XYZ?
Yes, but it was looked at as nagging because I was already locked in.
did you know how to communicate though? Because sometimes it does come off nagging.
At that age, probably not. I was still like very conscious, but no, like I don't think I was.
I'm not saying
trying
this to
be.
attack
No, I don't think
you.
I was trying to be in my feminine. I'm like, we need to get X, Y, and Z done, and I can't trust you to do it, so
Oh, yeah, you was a
I'm gonna
tweet.
do it. You know, as opposed to like, let me take more time to be in my feminine, and maybe that will inspire you to desire me, and then that will make you more masculine. Like I didn't think those things at the time.
What if you are inherently feminine? You sound feminine. It's not something you just come to learn. But what does need to be learned is how to communicate.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
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 Look, I realize women want masculine men, but you picked him.
I was
You had a kid with him.
11 when we met.
Wait, hold on. This story's wait. Okay, you were 11 when you guys met,
Or 10, yeah.
and you guys were the same age, right?
Yeah, he's like a year younger.
Oh, he's a younger guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys dated, and then you had a kid at 19. I mean, look, you were young, right? But it's like, I feel, look, once you have a kid with a guy, you kind of passed up your chance to get the masculine dude.
What
Like,
do you mean?
You knew this guy for 10 years.
I wasn't
Was he
aware
masculine at
of
the
like
start?
No. We were just like kids, and then it was like we were just really close. We really loved each other. It's like just that pure innocent love.
Okay.
And then it was like as we got older,
Puberty hit.
puberty, I'm a female, you're a male, we don't think the same. Like, why do I not like you anymore? Like, there's no polarity. Yeah.
I guess it is complicated by the fact that they were so young when they were dating. But like, if you're a woman and you're 23 and you meet a guy and then you guys are together for 10 years and you have a kid with him and then you decide, he's really not as masculine as I'd hope he'd be. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, look, you picked him, now he's the
Yeah.
father of your kid, you guys fucking stay together.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But in your case, look, it sounds there's also potentially, I don't know the truth of what happened or didn't happen. Maybe there was some DV also going on. So obviously that another further complication. We have a couple chats here coming in. You know what, Daisy? I'm gonna have you read it. Go ahead.
Women don't understand they live life on easy mode. Random guys will simp over them, give them stuff and things. What do you bring on the table to deserve those things?
Thank you, Michael Jones, for this for the message. I think this is directed at you, Aaliyah. What do you bring to the table?
I want to start off by saying I've blocked any guy that's ever said that to me.
Yeah, I hate the
Who-
question. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, you what?
Block. The second I get that question, I block.
You block.
such
Yeah.
ignorance.
Can you
Block.
block people in real life?
Well, they
Can you
wouldn't
block
say
me
that
right
to
now?
my face.
What do you bring?
Probably if they're
Wait,
trying
you
to
do,
pursue me.
You agree with her?
I mean, I don't see this thing. Oh, what do you bring into the table?
Yeah.
If
woman
you're
is the
happy and you
table.
find
Oh,
the right
wait.
partner-
Hold on. Say that again.
The woman is the table.
Who agrees with her? Raise your hand if you agree. Oh, the woman's the table.
I don't.
What does it
Woman's
mean?
the table.
I
Woman's
feel like
the
it's a
table.
metaphor that
Yeah.
I might misunderstand or
Yeah, I don't get
understand.
what
so
does it mean.
elaborate on that.
Meaning like women inherently like have value, being able to be loving, they submit, they're like the extension, the rib of a man. So they are like valuable, they have resources to a man in general. The man has to go and collect those resources and then bring them to the table and say, do you want to procreate with me? Do you want to submit to my lead? Do you want to be a part of like union with me? So to say, what do you bring? Like a woman is inherently valuable.
So I agree with you partly. So I think women have inherent value.
Yes.
When it comes to dating dynamics that men don't have. Like most men have to become something to become attractive. They need to work on their charisma. They need to get their money, whatever it is. Whereas women, you can just be like a hot 19-year-old and like all the guys want you. All the dudes want you. Oh my God. They're laughing at this, Michael Jones. They're enjoying your super chat. But I think where I disagree is that as a woman, you have to bring more to the table than just you.
Of course,
and so what I'm saying by that, what I'm saying is, if pussy is all you're bringing to the table, because a lot of dudes are just happy to get some pussy, right? Oh, this is great, getting pussy.
Yeah. Do you
But
cook?
hold on.
Oh, sorry.
That's not what we're saying, though.
Yeah, that's not
But-
what the point is.
Kind of. But like, I think in terms of, like, we're not saying, oh, bring money to the table. That's not what guys want. But you need to bring something that a lot of other women aren't bringing. So whether that could be lack of negative traits or it could be certain positive traits. So, for example, I think this would be a lack of a negative trait. A lot of men deal with like quarrelsome, nagging women who are just, they fuck your peace up. And if you're a woman who can bring peace and you're not going to nag, you're not going to quarrel, you're not going to find fault with fucking everything he does, that's going to be a positive character. That's going to be, I guess, a lack of a negative characteristic, right? And so I think that if you can bring those things to the table, that's big. But your fucking money, don't care. Don't care about your money.
I feel like a guy asking that question in general immediately in my mind puts them on the feminine spectrum. It's like, what can I receive from you? I'm going to receive, prove yourself, like, tell me what you can do. Not like, who are you? Let me get to know you. What are your traits? Like, like if I like give you the safe environment, who are you inside? Like,
I think
like a job interview.
I got to step up.
Okay.
She put it well.
I think it comes more from a place of, have you introspected about what your strengths are in terms of what makes you relationship material? What makes you worthy beyond just us having sex? Because you say that women are the table, and some of y'all raised your hands that women are the table. But when you seeking commitment and guys are the gatekeepers of commitment, he's essentially saying, why should I commit to you? What makes you special relative to these other women?
but I wouldn't answer that.
Well, that's the nature of the question.
I would rather say bye to that guy and like go to the guy that like actually wants to pursue me and actually knows that he likes me and is like, I want to take you out, I want to court you, I want to know about you, like there's something that intrigues me about you, not the guy that's like, oh, tell me like what's so special.
No,
about
I get
you.
that practically. I'm just saying the nature of the question is philosophical.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that we ask that because we want to know what makes you special. Because if women are, like you were saying, women are the table on the basis of what? Like, what am I getting? If I get into a relationship with you, what are you offering that makes the relationship worth being in with me?
The ability to recreate life, which is like the most magical thing in the world. But
That's biology.
yeah.
Every mammal can do that.
Every female can do that.
Yeah.
Well, in the
You
human
know-
species, at least.
Yeah. Well, mammals, period. Female
Well,
mammals.
males can't do that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's in essence what we're asking when we say that.
I get that, but I would never be the kind of person to like try and prove something. I would rather go for the person that's sure about me.
I think women are the table. I'll agree. The table manufactured from the warehouse of the finest delusions.
Thank you.
Since you're a dating coach and you also said that your girlfriend also likes sometimes to pay for you, it means like that both of you have some feminine energy, and sometimes also the masculine energy comes out also.
Both
for
is
your partner.
required.
So
Both are required
I see
in a
more
relationship.
like a relationship to be balanced. It's not like, oh, what you bring to the table. It's like when you meet the person and you feel that you could connect, you also will learn what this person lack. Maybe like, insecurities or whatever. I feel like a good relationship is when we're together. If you lack something, I will help you to see another point of view as you will give it to me. I don't see it like all the time, this materialistic thing. Oh, you give me the money, it has to be a bit more, if it's really a real relationship and not just like hooking
It's
up.
beneficial on both halves.
Yeah, I mean, helping each other, not all the time being like, oh, you gave it to me, oh, but you did it. Whoa! I mean, we're helping each other.
in a real relationship, you don't keep score.
Yeah, that's the point.
You don't keep score.
I love paying for my boyfriend. I love when he also like comes back home with a rose. Like he really likes me because I know he thought about me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that question should never be existing. Like a question like that.
It should exist.
From a man, that's just like turns.
But it makes women who say women who say things
A man
like,
asks a question like that. I think it's very hard for him to.
It makes
how
it
about
feel
the-
like the relationship's more of a job than like pursuing
but
interests.
the people in relationships aren't asking that. The question is a rebuttal to women who believe that women are the table because it's egotistical.
Yeah.
It's narcissistic to say that women are the table. So it's comparative. It's like, well, what makes you so special? What makes you different from other women outside of sex? That's the point of the question.
That's why you court and you go
Court?
like
Court?
courtmentship. Like
Court.
you'll
Yeah, when
see
you-
like
women.
how birds bring like
No,
seeds
wait.
to the females
No, I know-
and stuff, or like some birds like dance.
But
or,
okay,
like,
here, let me ask this. What do you think men should bring to the table?
They should bring emotional safety.
Okay.
They should bring integrity.
Mm-hmm.
They
Integrity.
should integrity.
Okay.
They should bring like healthy mindset. Like I can trust where they're gonna take me mentally.
Okay.
Providing, protecting,
Okay.
and love. Like just caring about you.
But in certain areas, shouldn't also be from a woman. Like I don't see it all the time.
No,
this-
yeah, I didn't say that.
Like all the
Yeah.
time, we have to make these groups. Men do this, women do that. We both can be balanced. Sometimes I have this masculine energy. I'm not
Yeah, no,
romantic.
of
My
course,
boyfriend,
yeah.
he's super romantic. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean that he has to be a pussy. Like we kind of like come next to each other. Like when I need something, he
No,
understands
that's why
my
it's
needs.
union. Yeah, like it
But
flows and it
I
goes
hate
together.
when people like all the time say, "Oh, women are these or men are these." We're literally human beings, the same. We're bleeding, same color. Like, I feel like we should actually put a bit more the two
But-
genders together.
I'm confused here because I'm sure if I asked the question, what should men bring to the table, all of you guys would list a whole bunch of things. When we're actually having whether you feel icked out about the question or not from an actual romantic partner, if we're having a conversation about it, you guys could all list all these things that men should bring to the table. What's wrong with asking what y'all bring to the table?
No, nothing wrong, honestly.
Well, she thinks there's
Yeah, I
something wrong.
disagree.
She thinks there's something wrong.
No, I didn't
Y'all
ask.
said-
I didn't say
y'all
there's
black
something
people.
wrong.
Hey,
Can
leave,
I
that,
add-
leave that big black microphone.
Can I
alone.
add something?
That you're
I
you're
think-
grabbing it way too crazy there. Okay, Daisy?
I think it should be 100, 100. It shouldn't be split.
Oh,
in
okay.
the middle.
Yeah.
I
It
think
should-
Yeah.
I give you my all, you give me your all, and that's like a healthy
Yeah, do
way.
women give their all the... I don't really know.
but at the
But that's
beginning-
that's what I'm saying. It should be. I'm not saying it is that way, but I'm saying like I should be giving my all to someone, and they should
Yeah,
be
but-
reciprocating the same
sure,
thing.
Sure. So, look, I think there's a lot women can bring to the table.
I'm
I don't-
happy to answer that one.
One sec, though. So, you mentioned courtship,
Yeah.
right? Courtship, men should be providers, protectors, emotional safety, integrity. My dear, you're a sex worker. You have OnlyFans.
Don't say that.
The truth.
Why? But it's the truth.
That's not nice to say to a woman. That's very.
Women
How is
are
it- well, hold on.
naturally
Disrespectful.
sensual creatures.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
we
not-
get into...
Women are-
Don't you
Hold
think?
on.
But I
Don't you
don't
think
wanna accept
wife
money.
and husband get married? That's not a sex worker. That's just a sex worker for
Exactly.
entire life.
That's a
and
whoa.
then she doesn't
I
get
can't
paid
believe
well.
you've just said that. by
That's
the way.
true.
I literally cannot
I'm
believe
just
you
telling
just
you
said
that is true.
That is the most
I'd
damning-
rather prefer a man
Daisy.
who pays me for one time than then doesn't want to pay me for the entire life.
I'm not even going to interrupt you. Keep going.
I agree.
I mean, that's just the fact. A man, mostly when they want to marry a woman, they just want a woman that who can give birth, taking care of the housework, taking care of the kids.
They want to be
Just
devotional
be
to
submit,
them.
laundry,
submit to them.
clean.
Like, just like, don't bother me. Let me making my money, and you just take care of the kids. Why not paying for her? You know what I mean?
That is like one of the most damning statements I've ever heard. So,
Well, she's angry.
You guys
She's
know
got
that's
anger in
true.
her.
what?
No, I'm not angry,
Yeah,
but I
she's
just feel like
passionate.
a lot of women don't
Anger is
understand
good.
that. And they
But-
make mistakes
so you
in
think
marriages.
wives are sex
That's why
Wait, you
there's
think
a lot of
wives-
divorce in this country.
Wait,
and
there's
that's
what?
why
Did you say wars?
Divorce.
Oh,
divorce. My accent.
There's a lot of
No, it's
war
fine.
because of relationships.
The fucking war, man. It's
No,
crazy.
that's just my perspective.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to agree with
Wait,
me.
do you think
That's just how
wives
I
are
feel.
sex workers?
Well, we didn't
No, that's a
agree
question
with
for
the term
Daisy.
sex
Sorry?
worker there. Sorry.
Daisy, you basically said wives are sex workers.
I'm not saying wives are sex worker.
That's what you said.
That's not what I'm saying.
Is that not what you said?
I'm just saying that whether she is doing OnlyFans or whether she's a wife to somebody.
Yeah, if she's a wife having sex with her husband, I don't think anybody has an issue with that. But the-
Legally, yes, legally.
Wait, hold on. So Daisy, what I'm trying to say here,
What's wrong of
being a sex worker?
No,
Oh, there's
but
plenty of
the
things,
thing is,
but-
she's not a sex worker.
Who?
You can't call somebody a sex worker when she's not.
Who's
like
not a sex
she's
worker?
just OnlyFans content creator.
Yeah, that's a sex worker.
And that
You're a
is
sex
legal
worker.
in this country.
No,
that means that's not a sex
I'm
worker.
not saying it- no,
She's
hold on.
only posting pictures. Guys would like to buy the pictures. I don't think that's something you should be ashamed about, like or shaming a girl about.
Hmm. Sure,
So
let me ask you a
do
question.
not call a girl sex worker.
Well, hold on. A couple of clarifications. I didn't claim it was illegal, but you can be a sex worker and doing legal sex work. So, just to be clear, she has an OnlyFans and she posts nude photographs. That's sex work. She's not. I mean, some people
is it
disagree.
my English or sex worker? Is it sex
Are you
worker
thinking
should be
prostitution?
yeah, like
Yeah, also for
it
me,
has
like
to
sex
be
workers, I thought is
affected,
when
like
I mean,
physically.
sex worker is like a
physically.
really broad term.
I've never heard about that before.
Okay.
Like in any other country,
Fine,
that's
she's
just
an
very
OF
rude
girl.
To me.
Yeah,
Like,
sex
Fine.
workers.
She's an OF girl who puts out pornography.
Describe pornography.
like
Nude-
girls
you
in
have
porn
nude
industry.
photos.
I
You
know
got
a lot
nude
of girls
photos.
in porn industry.
Yeah.
They love doing that. They're passionate about
But,
that.
okay.
They don't do anything
Describe
besides
pornography
that.
first.
They
Hold
don't
on.
get paid for
Back up,
sex.
that or not,
They're
'cause
just a
different.
performance.
But hold on. So the point I'm trying to make is she's talking about integrity. She's talking about emotional safety. She's talking about courtship. Courtship, we're going back to chivalry. Courtship is something that you do. You're a gentleman, she's a lady. No offense. A woman who does OnlyFans and is posting nude photos of herself is not a lady. Like
Okay.
you don't deserve courtship. You want a guy to be a gentleman. You want a guy to be a provider. You want a guy to pay for the first date. Now you can still get it because the Overton window is totally shifting. You can still, even if you're if you're a prostitute, you can still get a guy to pay for first dates. 100% happens all the time. Do you deserve it? No.
Your opinion.
It's not just. I don't think. Well, I suppose it is my opinion.
Yeah.
But you want, like, you're saying, okay, the guy needs to be a gentleman. He has to do courtship. This is going back to what you bring to the table. You bring a negative thing to the table. You're doing sex work. That's negative in most men's eyes. Like, you think most men dealing with you, they prefer you being an online girlfriend, getting other dudes off?
Actually, a lot of men are fine with that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
cucks.
A lot.
They're cucks.
A lot.
Any dude who's okay with his girl posting naked photos on the internet is a cuck. Point blank, period.
What's a cup?
Well, in my eyes, if I'm gonna date a man, he's gonna be doing what I'm doing for myself and better. So personally, I wouldn't really want an OF if a guy was to come into my life and be a provider and a protector.
But you
there's no
you have an
reason
OF.
for me to do that at that point.
But you're also monetizing something that's very sacred.
And people
Divine-
do it for free.
Divine
Girl, just
Yeah,
make your money and
bad
retire.
too.
Nobody
and
knows you.
like wives do it for free, or some people
Wait,
will
wives
go
do
on,
what for free? What do you mean wives do
or
it
like
for free?
some girls will go on a
Wait,
date
what do
and
wives do for free? They fuck their husbands? What?
no,
Why
like people
not?
will go on a first date and like sleep with that person
Okay,
and
fine, they're
get
sluts.
nothing
Cool.
like from them.
Okay,
like
cool, they're
girls will
sluts.
do that for free. I
Yeah,
think
cool,
the
I agree, they're
problem
sluts.
should be
Doing OF is bad, too.
that as opposed to like, okay, I don't want to get this away for free.
If she sleeps with me on the first date, though, she's cool. I'm fine with that. Look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, is that you listed, oh, the guy should be a provider, protector, courtship. Like you doing OF, that's going to do nothing for his emotional safety. You talk about integrity. I'm sorry, like taking nude photos, putting them on the internet so like strange dudes can bust a nut to you, and you do the girlfriend experience, right? That's even worse. That's not integrity.
I don't see the problem.
What do you mean you don't see the problem?
I don't see the problem. Like I personally, lived in Hawaii. I would lay on the beach naked all day long, eat exotic fruit, and just like be in my element. Like I'm naturally very.
And were men walking up to you and just like started jerking off and like busting a nut to you right on the beach? I mean, shit,
No,
maybe it
I
happens,
don't.
but-
I don't like include myself in that part. I take the photos and like that's it. The same photos of me laying on the sand in Hawaii that I would post on Instagram, that I would write sacred captions to. Like I now, instead of posting those on Instagram, post those on OF and get money for it.
Yeah, that's cool. You're engaged in sex work, and most men are going to have a massive problem with that. You're lacking in integrity because you're doing OF.
Where's the lack of integrity?
And the fact that you do OF.
Okay,
But that's
okay.
mostly
Can I
like
ask you a
your point
question,
of view
Brian?
of
Do you watch
integrity if
porn?
you think about
Huh?
it.
Do you
'Cause some
watch
people
porn?
Are
How
actually
would-
okay
how-
with that.
Do
It
you watch
doesn't matter
porn?
that
Hold on.
really it's
Do
for
you watch
everybody.
porn?
Hold on.
Do I watch porn?
Do you ever watch porn?
I'll answer your
White
question in
Wall
just a moment.
donated $200. Top men don't even indulge this kind of garbage rationalization by listening to it. They don't date of girls and single moms. The top men have their pick of everybody, so you better learn how to cook.
Top men have their pick of everybody.
And who said we can't cook? We're the full package.
Oh my god,
We
she
can
cooks
cook.
so well. So well. She makes such yummy food.
I mean, you haven't answered my question yet. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I've watched porn.
Yeah, so what's wrong with being a woman selling her pictures online? But
Wait,
you,
so your logic is
You
if
can't
a
watch
man,
porn.
If a man watches porn, he has to be okay dating a girl who fucks other men on camera?
I don't see what the difference, because you're like emotionally cheating by
Do y'all-
watching porn.
do
if
y'all-
you're dating a
Well,
woman.
actually,
you're
if I'm in a
single
relationship
and
with a girl, like I don't watch porn unless it's like long distance
But
or
if you're
something.
single and you're
if,
watching
if
porn.
huh?
I'm saying if you're single.
Yeah,
and
if
watching
you're
porn,
single
it's
and
not
watching-
cheating.
Exactly, I'm single.
Yeah, if you're single and
But
watching
still,
porn.
I think still most men they do.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but why would that have just because a man watches porn doesn't mean he has to date a porn star?
No, that's
No,
absolutely
he doesn't
yeah.
have to,
doesn't
but he
have to.
also shouldn't.
Like if I
have
watch like
opinion
thriller,
about that.
like mystery.
Wait, why can't he have an
murders-
opinion?
Like he shouldn't be.
Who here watches football? None of you play football.
I have to date
but
a
you
football
probably
player.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you-
we don't
you
shame
watch
footballers.
football,
He
you-
shouldn't be like, oh,
Yeah, we don't shame.
you do.
Why do we
Yeah,
shame
should-
sex
yeah,
workers?
right.
It's the oldest job ever existing.
No, it's
there are
not.
even
No,
animals
it's not.
prostituting themselves.
That-
Penguins
what?
prostitute themselves for paddles.
Prostitution is not the oldest profession, first of all.
Yeah,
No?
it is
How
one of the
so?
first jobs ever.
How so?
How about fishermen?
I don't know. I
we
wasn't.
Google
I don't know which one
Can
came
we-
first, but
I just feel like
Also, who cares
like,
if it,
who comes
cares
first,
if it's the
chicken or
oldest
egg?
profession? What does it matter if it's the oldest profession?
Still, there's so much shame
Wait,
against
there's
it.
not
wait,
actual
hold on.
value
Wait,
in
you know what else has been around for a really long time? Like just back before there were laws and shit. Like a caveman would just go and murder like another caveman or their entire family, and then like take the wife and essay her. Is that just because it happened a really long time ago and it was happening for a really long period of time? Does that mean it's okay?
But you're now telling that killing should be fine against sex workers.
What?
How can you say that?
How did you even get that from what I said?
You get it. You
said
said,
no, no,
oh,
no.
yeah,
You said,
that man
oh,
killed that
sex
one.
work it's the oldest profession. It's been going on for so long. Yeah, and then like absolute brutality back before like humans had laws and shit.
Okay.
Men, the big strong man with the bigger club came and like killed all the men in this village and then took all the women and essayed them. Is that okay?
There was an animal. No, that wasn't okay. But shaming somebody that
Okay, but
chooses.
it happened a
What
really
about
long time ago.
how about bikini models?
Huh?
They get paid going on the runway.
I mean,
Even
some
top
men
models
might
are
have
half
issues.
naked
Let's
during
just
the
say
runway.
Some men might have an issue
Arpezo
with
in
that.
Miami, all these women are naked outside. Like,
Look,
so
I'm
much
not
shaming for
even
nothing.
making
there's a big
necessarily.
space that women
Sure.
are doing that.
I'm not
There's-
even necessarily making a criticism about sex work. What I'm saying is, you guys are demanding. You're saying all these shoulds about men should do this. Men should have integrity. Men should pay for first dates. Men should protect. Men should provide.
Men should
Are
wanna
you
do those
deserving
things.
of that? Like, as a woman, here's the thing, right? Y'all want all the traditional treatment. You're modern. You guys are
Exactly.
modern women who want traditional men. I think if you want traditional treatment from men, you should be a traditional woman. Does that mean? How about this? Bare minimum. Don't be fucking other men on camera. I'm not saying that that's what you do. Maybe
Yeah,
you
no.
do it. I don't know. Have you
No.
done BG content?
What's
No.
BG?
Boy, girl, pornography
Ah,
content.
okay, sorry.
No, I don't do any like
or
porn.
just
or
don't
even,
have
like, with
don't
myself.
do OF where you're like chatting with dudes and getting them to like what's the like PC term, fucking coom. You're getting these random dudes to coom and you're faking relationships with them and you're posting nude photos that are going to be out there forever. Your future husband and your children are not going to appreciate that.
Could be, but if you think about it, if a man goes and look for her, it means that he's fine with her lifestyle and he respects her.
Yeah,
right?
sure. There are going to be men. Look,
So-
and
But does she want those men? That's the disconnect. Does she want those men? And is it inconceivable for y'all to know that a man wants sexual exclusivity?
No,
like-
I would love to give that to a man.
But
You guys are also taking an easy out.
I have
in
a
life.
question.
Hold on.
hold on.
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Go ahead.
An easy out is we know that men get turned on and want to ejaculate. You're monetizing off of that. I haven't done anything like that. I am wanting the traditional treatment. And so when I come up against women like
Do you get it?
What do you mean?
Like the traditional treatments.
My last relationship, he courted.
Often, like every man.
My 20s, I was no boundaries. That's what we're talking about here, is women who have boundaries and women who don't have boundaries. Men are saying they feel safe with a woman who shows the world, I have boundaries with how I'm going to share my sexuality, how I'm going to share my body. No?
I thought you were gonna say-
we thought you was going to keep going.
I never said I didn't have
I thought you were gonna say it more.
Oh.
Look,
The point
I
was
just,
clear.
I guess what I don't understand is, like, many women, you've just completely forsaken and abandoned and cast aside all of this sort of traditional gender expectations and gender roles on your end. But then with the utmost entitlement, Exhibit A, still expect men to adhere to our traditional gender roles. You want a guy to protect you, want a guy to provide, you want a guy to pay for everything, you want the courtship, chivalry, blah, blah, blah. If you want gentlemanly treatment, you have to be a lady. A woman who's producing pornographic content, you're not a lady.
Yeah,
you
it
don't
doesn't.
deserve.
Actually,
now,
I agree with you.
But
for
can you still get
at
it?
some point.
But
At
here's the
some
thing, you can still get it because there's a lot of, and you might even find like a really attractive guy, and a lot of these girls, even if they do porn, look, there's always some dude around the corner. You'll probably there's a lot of cope from men like, oh, if she's done this, she's just tainted forever and she's never.
Yeah, that's what it
I think
sounds
there's a
like.
lot of simp guys that are going to overlook a whole bunch of bullshit. But if we're having a conversation about like what is deserved, I genuinely think it's kind of a super untenable position for you to have an OF, to be a sex worker, and to say, I want a guy with integrity, and I want a guy to court me, and I want a guy to be a gentleman and
Those are
pay for
basic
dates.
things, yeah.
Basic things. You know what's basic? A woman not being a strumpet on the internet. A woman not having her nude photographs all over the internet. A
Why
woman
not be a
who's
waitress? Like, why not? That's
It's not
Hold on.
feminine to me, and I think femininity is more important to me than like how a man like sees me.
Yeah, the perception of others shouldn't touch you,
I'm
honestly.
not- I'm not like
Men take
I don't
women
really
for
care
granted
how
sometimes.
some random guy in the future
If
is
you are
going to perceive
waitress,
me from a time
not
that we
necessarily
weren't
they
even
will
like
treat
together.
you equally.
Like if I come into like our lives and we then meet from that point on, like that's what matters from that point on.
You think that, but so women, y'all care about a man's future. We care about a woman's past. So this idea that, oh, okay, like most guys are just not going to give a fuck. Actually, a lot of men are going to care about your past.
But
Unless
why?
you're just going to lie.
Can I ask you why
Why?
you focus a lot on the past?
Talking about energies, if you are sleeping with men, I even think if you're enticing a man to look at you in that way by your actions, energy work, you're like inviting in that his energy into you. You sleep with men, you take on their energy. This is why men don't want a high body count. Is it's essentially the baggage.
Can I ask a
To
question
answer-
before I forget? I've been
go ahead,
Sorry.
go
Would you guys quit OnlyFans for like a man? Like if he was like, I want to settle down and marry you. I have the ring, but I don't want to because
The only reason why I'm doing that is because I don't have a man like that, and in my like, from what I can see, men are not like that anymore. So why would I go waitress 1,000 hours and like sleep deprive myself and lose my feminine energy to like then hope that like a guy will accept me?
So
because I
take the
didn't do
easy
that.
path. Take the easy
It's
path.
not
do
easy.
something.
It's feminine.
Being a sex worker? What?
Sexuality and
I
sensuality.
think being a waitress is feminine.
Yeah, being
She's just saying
being
she has more
being a waitress
ability
is
and
hard.
time
yeah,
to
with
take care of
a
herself.
monogamous
Exactly.
partner, but just like having that out there on the internet and just like having a bunch of random dudes coom to you, like that's not sensuality. That's just degeneracy.
Well, it's for me in my experience, and like however men see that or whatever they do with that is like up to them. Like I create content that I feel happy with, that I'm comfortable with, that are within my boundaries.
So what if a girl sat here and says, "I do bukkake gangbang content, and I feel happy with that, and men shouldn't judge me because I'm fucking like 100 men on camera."
I think that's different.
How's it different?
Because you're actually inviting that energy into your body and you're absorbing it, and women naturally want to submit, and like our hormones absorb and match with the man, like the men that we're sleeping with. So if you're just
Sure, I'll agree with you that there's scales to it. Like a girl who's doing gangbang content, that's probably different than a girl who's posting like solo nude content. But there is still the other component where you're like engaging in these like parasocial relationships with
But I
these men. Hold on, let me read your shit again.
Yeah, you said you give the girlfriend experience.
Yeah, you give the girlfriend
I didn't
experience.
write that.
She said before the agency is just like a PR way to attract actually clients.
What's a girlfriend experience?
She's
Come on, you know
I
what
swear
that
I
is.
don't know.
Girlfriend
Look,
experience when
the-
you chit chat, being very girlfriend, like
Oh, okay.
behaving and talking to your chat, like your clients.
You're basically paying
like
her
your
to act like a
their
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
The whole occupation, it's literally to act and fake your love and companionship toward emotionally vulnerable men and exploit them.
yeah.
It's I don't think it's like a great building block to a healthy relationship. I don't know, like how can you fall in love with someone whose primary skill is faking affection and selling the dream and taking his money?